another tutorial. In this tutorial, guys, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful cape dress with this ruffled at the side panel and also on the opposite side this way. So as you can see, I have high and low here for this dress because it's the side panel is very short and also the next side is short and the middle part is long and also the back panel is long, and this is so gorgeous. I'm loving it, guys. And it's well fitted on me, guys. Very beautiful, very gorgeous and everything like that. And this is how it's looking like, guys, high and low. So this is how ta-da! So yeah, so guys, if this is something that you are interested, like to learn how to go about making this beautiful dress, please click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so more up-to-date videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. So no further delay, remember to give me a big thumbs up, guys, and share it and like it. So no further delay, let's dive right into the cutting and sewing of this beautiful dress, cape dress that I'm wearing. As you can see, well fitted, guys, well looking, gorgeous. So I'm rocking it. So guys, remember, give me a thumbs up and share it and like it. Woohoo. So guys, I will see you in my next tutorial. So bye for now, guys. Bye. For me, I have my zipper, my tape measurement, and my scissors here, and I also have my lining, and I have this beautiful fabric. This is 3 yards of fabric, and I have this interface in here if you have, but for me I just have this, so I'm just gonna go ahead to use this. So guys, if this is something that you are interested, like to learn how to go about making this beautiful dress, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell for more up-to-date videos. So in no further delay, let's dive right into the cutting and sewing of this beautiful dress. So now guys, as you can see, I have my form and my tool, my scissors here, and also I have my marker and also my ruler here. The first step that I have done here is to rule a straight line, my shoulder line, and then for my shoulder line I be marking out so half of 17 is divided by 2, that give me 8.5 inches. I go ahead to connect this part this way, 8.5 inches, and then I'm gonna step down 1 inches for my shoulder slope. So after stepping it, I'm going to mark on my chest line here. I'll be marking 8.5 inches this way. All right, and after marking my 8.5 inches, I'm going to divide that. I'm going to line it up to my chest line here to get back my exactly 8.5 inches, and then I go ahead to rule a straight line as a guide, as you can see, and mark it to my chest line. After marking my chest line, I'm going to divide that by 2 here. All right, so that will give me midpoint here like this. So I'll be coming in half an inch this way. Then I'm going to connect this point to this point here and connect these points together to my armhole, and then I go ahead to come in with a curve this way. So even though for my shoulder slope, I just connect it into my neckline like this. After connecting these points, then I'm going to take my vertical measurements. So from here to here, I will be marking, which is 9.5 inches on my chest line, and then I mark my bust point is 11.5 inches. This way I connect my lines. For my under bust is 15.5 inches, and my waistline I'll be using 18.5 inches this way. And the length that I have here for my hip line, I have 26 inches, and for the length that I have 36 6.5 inches. I'll be adding 1 extra inches. That's 37 inches for my M&L purposes. Okay. So for my dart line, guys, my nipple to nipple is divided by 2. So for me, I have go ahead to mark 4 inches this way on my chest line all the way down. And then I'm going to connect these points together to the hip line. Okay. So this is what I have. So now next, so for my cleavage, I'll be coming up 2 inches, 2.5 inches for my because I don't for my chest area to expose too much, so I'll be coming 2.5 inches this way, and then I'm gonna roll a straight line into this line. You can come up 2 inches or 2.5. So for mine, I come up 2.5. So from this, I will just extend it to this, like this. After extending it, I'm just gonna go ahead to take my measurement. So on my waistline to my underbust, I'll be marking on both sides. If you're for 1 inches on both sides, okay. So I'll be connecting 1 inches this way. So the next thing to do, guys, after connecting these 1 inches points, my dot legs, next from my bust point, I will be marking 1 inches this way, coming down from my bust point 1 inches. Then I'm gonna go ahead to connect these points together this way. Let's go in like this, like this. Okay, and let's connect. So on my new chest line here, I'll be marking on this chest line here, I'll be marking half inch on both sides this way. As you can see, half inch on this side and also half an inch on this side here. Like this. Then I will be connecting this dart leg it straight into. So the next step to do after connect this point. So this connect to my bust point as you can see. So the next thing to do, I will be marking, you can mark up to 2 inches from your hip point. I will be marking 3 inches like this. What the next thing to do is to connect this part like this, my dart leg. So the next step now, guys, I'm going to take my measurements, my rounded circumferences, and then I'm going to show you the next step. So for my chest line and for my bust line here, I'll be marking 42 divided by 4 give me 10.5 inches, and I had which is 10.5 inches, and I had 1.5 inches, that's 12 inches. So I marked my 12 inches on this point, and on my chest line I'll be marking that exact same 12 inches this way on this line. So for my underbust and my bust point are the same, so I'll go ahead to mark my 12 inches. Okay, so my underbust is 10.5 inches plus 1.5 inches give me 12 inches this way. The next step that I'm going to be marking is my waistline. So my waistline is 10 inches. So 40 divided by 4 give me 10 inches. And I go ahead to remember this dart legs. I mark my 2 inches and I extend that my 2 inches this way, like this on the line here. And then after marking it, I had my 1.5 inches for my stitching allowance. The next step here, my hip line, for my hip line is 44 divided by 4, that give me 11 inches, and I marked it this way on the line, and then I had my 1.5 inches on this line. So anything that I have on my hip line for the length here, I went ahead to mark that exactly the same measurement that I have on my left length here. I go ahead to extend that measurement that I have on here. This is what I have, and I extend it all the way out here. So this basically what I have, guys. So next thing to do, I'm going to go, so from this top panel here, I'll be marking, I have for my tightening, I'm going to, this is 1 inches, so I'm going to place back my 1 inches line here like this, and to have a new armhole extension. Take back my 1 inches line this way. All right, and just go ahead to connect, blend it in like this. And I'm going to disregard this one armhole here, and then I'm just going to make my curve. So basically that is what I have for my armhole. So this is basically what I have now. The next step, guys, what I'm going to be showing you is, so the next thing to do, I'm just going to connect these spines like this. Okay, all the way like this. All these spines, guys, I'm just connecting it like this. So the next thing to do, guys, as you can see from here, I'll be extending. You can go 2.5 inches or 3 inches rather. All right, so if you can actually go 2.5 inches or 3 inches, but for me, I'll be marking 3 inches this way. And from my waistline, I'll be coming down 1.5 inches, guys. Okay, so this is my waistline here. So I'll be marking, you can actually use 1 inches or 1.5 inches. So I'll be extending 1.5 inches this way on my leg. So just go in and make a curve from this 3 inches line. This nice curve here from here to here below my dart line. I'm marking 3 inches, extend 3 inches all the way down like this to join a straight line like this. Connect these dots, and then from this 3 inches line, I'm just going to blend it in this way. All right, so from this 1.5 inches this way, I'm just going to go ahead to make this nice curve like this. Okay, so the next thing to do, so for on my chest area line, guys, I'll be coming in, you can go 0.75 or 1 inches depending on your desire for this little opening. So I'll be taking in 1 inches. After taking it in, then I'm gonna connect this for this part here to my chest line. If you want to go down to your bust point, you can actually connect it to your bust point, but for me, I do not want it to be open, so I will connect it to my chest point, this little opening here. I'm gonna do some splash and spread here. So I'm gonna mark on my like this, measure what I have. I'm gonna take 1.5 inches to give it that this line, 1.5 all the way the straight line like this. Tell you what I'm going to be doing is label it 1, 2, 3. Guys, basically what I'm going to be doing is go ahead to marking out all these guys like this, and I'm going to cut it out like this. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to show you the next step this way. So after cutting it out, this is what you'll be looking to. Slash this out. So I have the center front here, as you can see. I have the side front and also the side panel this way. So now I label it, and I'm going to do the splash and spread here. Okay, open it up. So I'm going to go ahead to do the back panel now. Let's go ahead to do the back. So as you can see, this is my back pattern. So neckline and 3 inches downwards this way for my neckline. I'm going to make a curve this way on the neckline. So the half of my shoulder is 17 divided by 2 give me 8.5 inches for my shoulder line. I go ahead to mark it. Then I come down 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then after I come down from my bust circumferences, I have 8.5 inches. Then I go ahead to divide that and mark it right there, as you can see. So the next thing to do, I'm going to take in all my vertical measurements, as you can see. So the next step, I'm going to come down, which is 9.5 inches, and also I have my bust point, which is 11.5 inches, and I have my waistline, which is 18.5 inches, and also for my hip line is 26 inches, as you can see, and for the length, which is my full length, which is 37.5 inches. So now after I do that, as you can see, I have my chest line, my bust line, my waistline, my hip line, and my full length. Now the next step, I'm going to come in upwards 2.5 inches on this line. About my chest line, I will be marking 2.5. Same as I do for the front, I am marking this exactly 2.5. After marking it this way, I'm just going to go connect it to my chest line this way. So after this 2 inches line, I come up with, the next thing to do, I'm going to take my nipple to nipple is way to the hip. Here I'll be coming up 3 inches this way. As you can see, this is my hip line. So I'll be marking half an inch on the waistline like this. Go ahead to mark coming straight up this way and connect it to the, and then I, so the next step, so the next thing to do, I'm just going to mark my armhole. Remember, I divided it into two, and just go ahead to connect my armhole like this for the back panel. This is my armhole. So the next step, I'm going to go ahead now to measure my, so the next thing to do for any gaping of the back armhole, what I'm going to do is disregard this armhole. So I'll be coming in 1 inches this way. So this here will give me a new armhole. So I'll be coming and mark this curve like this. So this will be with disregard. So after connecting this point, the next thing that I will be doing, I will be take my rounded body measurement. So on my bust line, 10.5 inches plus 1.5 inches give me 12 inches, and I'm gonna go ahead to mark that out. So I mark exactly on the chest line my 12 inches this way as well, like this. So on my waist inches, 10 inches plus 1.5 inches, that is 11.5 inches, plus I go ahead to mark this dot line here. I have 1 inch, so that will give me automatically 12.5 inches. So on my waistline, I will mark in 12.5. So on my hip line now, guys, I will mark in, so my hip line is 11 inches and I had 1.5 inches, so that will give me 12.5 inches as well. And I'm gonna mark exactly the same length that I have on my hemming line this way. Connect these points together. The next step to do, so now guys, to eliminate any zip bulge at the back panel, I'll be coming in half an inch this way, inch, and then I'm going to just go ahead to connect the zipper bulged way down this way. So this is what I have. So I will be slashing out all these parts together. That is not necessary. Okay, so after doing that, the next step I'm going to do is to come in with my this way. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inches at the waistline. Just go ahead to mark it this way. So I hope everything is in line to give me that curve. So now I'm coming in with, to confirm that I have everything exactly the same in this way. Exactly the same shape. Out, I'm gonna put this aside, and this is what I have. So now guys, I will be going out to cut out this, cut it out. All right, also up this way. So this is what I have, guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead to label it up. Okay, so back. All right, and this is my side back. I'm going to cut 2 pieces for the lining and 2 pieces for the cutting of the fabric and for the lining as well. And this here is a slash and spread. I'm going to be repercolating the same method for the front, so I don't have to use the 2 of them, so I'll be end up using the one like this. Guys, I basically going to correct this. This is side back. All right, so this is what it be looking like after cutting the side front and the center front, as you can see here. Okay, and I'm going to do splash and spread here method, and then I'm going to show you the next step. So I'm going to go ahead to now, guys, I go ahead to cut out my center back here. So I stitch 1/2 inch on the top panel this way, 1/2 inch coming down all the way around this way, and at this part here I have 1/2 inch as well. For the center back panel, as you can see, I have my 1/2 inch at the top panel, and also I have 1/2 inch on this line coming down, and for the bottom part I go ahead to add 1/2 inch as well. As you can see, I have my lining attached to it. All of them have lining, guys. Okay, so for the center front here, I go ahead to have 1/2 inch this way around the curve all the way down, as you can see, and my lining also in place. And for the side front, I have my 1/2 inch at the top panel, 1/2 inch around this way until the bottom here. I have 1/2 inch at this particular point. So remember, I don't have to extend any 1.5 inches because I already have it into the measurements that I took. Okay, so if I didn't have any, I would have to extend 1.5 inches this way, but for me, I already had the measurement when I was doing this. So this is how it be looking like, guys. So now I'm going to go ahead to join them together, and then I'm going to show you the next. Guys, this is the center back here, as you can see. Okay, I cut 2 pieces off, so I'm going to pull this away. Back, this is the side back, and this is the center front, and this is the zipper area. Okay, so this is how it will looking like, guys. So now, guys, I'm basically going to join them together this way. Place it like this, 1/2 inch this way, and on the opposite side I come in with this, just line it up together, stitched 1/2 inch all the way, and this is what it be looking like when you're stitching it up this way. So if you have any stay, you can actually go and press it, but for me, I just gonna use the air stay at the front panel. If you have any pad, you can breast pad, you can actually put it on it as well at the front panel, but this is the back. I'm gonna go ahead to do that. And also for the lining, here, I'm going to actually do the same procedure like this, as well as for the back panel. So I'm just going to go ahead to do this now. Press the center back piece out like this, as you can see, as well for this other part. And this is what the center back will be looking like. So beautiful, guys. Okay, it's well pressed out and everything. And for the center back panel this way, you can see that I do for the same here. I press out the seam. Okay, basically this is the center front here, and the side front here. So what I'm going to do is to remove, as you can see, the center front, and I go ahead to give it a nice cut for the lining here. As you can see, a little opening here like this. So what I actually do here, okay, I go ahead to do some drafting for the center front here this way. If you have a breast pad, you can actually cut it out and attach it to the center front. Okay, but I just use my interfacing and go ahead to press it out. So first of all, I go ahead to shape this out to the center front under the underbust here, and I go ahead to cut it out. On the other part this way, I went ahead to cut this out as well and shape it out, and then I'm using, instead of the cutting this a pattern. Okay, so I go ahead to use these. So let's move this out the way. So after cutting, I add the interfacing on it this way. As you can see, this is the interface side front, and shape it out the same design and press it out on each way. This is the center front, this like this, and stitch it half, and it will be looking like after stitching it. And on the opposite side, and stitch half an inch way down like this. The same lining pieces, the center front like this. Go ahead to do the opposite side this way. Press it, stitch it down, and also do the same like this. So now guys, this is what I'm doing. I'm stitching it my bustier, the side panel like this, half an inch right around the curve of my bust. This is the front panel. I went ahead to press it out the seam for the lining for the front center front panel. So let's put this pad. It will more give it the outstanding like this. Okay, and this is what it will be looking like. Before I go ahead to place this over it, what I will be doing, I'm going to go ahead to measure what I have to go ahead to cut out my cape. So what I'm going to do is to cut out, because I want half an inch left over, so I'm going to cut mine at 8 inches. So I have two of them. Okay, so when I open it up this way, I have 8 inches like this. When I fold it into two this way, the height of it is, I have 4 inches this way. You can make it 3 inches depending on you. So for the length, I have 8 inches. So why I do that, because I'm going to have stitch half an inch inside on the wrong side, half an inch this way. So by the time it will reach up to the 7 inches for my cape. So I have both of them. I'm going to stitch it down and then I'm going to take it back to show you what it will be looking like. It's 3 inches, right? Like this. So remember that when I'm stitching it, this half an inch here is going to left out for my joining. And this is also, I'm going to go ahead to open this, stitch it down as well. As you can see, I have my half an inch on the opposite side this way. So this is what I have after stitching it. This is my cape. This is what it will be looking like on the both side after stitching it this way. My sleeve, guys, I fold my fabric into two this way. Remember the seven inches that I come up, you're going to double it, give me 14 inches on fold. 14 inches this way, as you can see, and I'm going to fold it because I'm going to make a cap sleeve. So I'm going to fold it this way again and measure what I have. So this is my 7 inches, which is 14, 2 sevens on the fold, and on the opposite side there is 7 inches. All right, 2 sevens, 14. So I'm just going to add half an inch extra for stitching allowance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up, use 4 inches and come like this. I'm marking 3 inches down this way. On the hemming part here, I'll be marking 2 inches. You can use 1.5 or 2 inches depending on what you want. So I'm just going to go in and make a curve like this, like so, all the way like this. All the way down, and then I'm going to turn it over, leave a opening for here and turn it over like this. When I turn it over, I'm going to show you the next step. So you're going to be looking like something like this after stitching it. Okay, so guys, this is my front panel. So this is my sleeve. I went ahead to stitch it, fold it and turn it over, and I have two of them. So what I'm going to cape here, just go ahead and place it this way, and remember the half an inch, guys. So you just place the cape on my sleeve on the cape this way. You can go ahead and pin it down, and remember to stitch it. Okay, this way on the cape, stitched and stitch. What I'm going to do is to come in with my lining for the neck area, stitched the shoulder, stitch the neckline like this, stitch it this way, and to the armhole you go ahead to stitch the armhole as well. Stitch the side panel, stitch the armhole this way and stitch it down like this. Go ahead to stitch everything on this panel, go straight down to the end, and then I'm going to show you the next step. It's looking so clean and polished like this. This is what I went ahead just to stitch up everything this way, and give it a nice press like this. So now the next step, I'm going to go ahead now and come in with my back panel. So I go ahead to open up my back panel. So I'm going to join my back and front panel together. Sleeve right side facing each other this way, like this. My shoulder, I'm going to stitch this down. You can go ahead to pin it down, and all coming with my back lining like this. Stitched from the armhole onto the neckline, coming all the way down. Stitch the side panel and come in, and then going to lift up this, place it in and stitch it down to the zipper area. Do the for the opposite side this way, stitched down to the center back. Ensure that this go inwards and stitch it all the way down. Stitch the neck, the shoulder, neck line, armhole, and the side panel this way. Stitch the side panel and stitch it up, and ensure that the center back panel down here is stitched already. I'm going to go ahead to do that off camera, and then I'm going to show you the next procedure. So guys, after turn it over, this is what it be looking like. Okay, I went ahead to turn it over my pins and go ahead and turn it on the wrong side, and I'm going to stitch the sides, both sides like this. Go ahead to pin it. The next step. So now guys, I went ahead to stitch my line like this. This is what you'll be looking at the side panel, and the next thing to do, I'm going to, this is what it be looking like. It's taking shape, as you can see here. That now I'll show you on the next step. So before I go ahead to take the measurement of my curve for the center back panel this way, I go ahead to open it up, close it up like this. To take my zipper, and this is my zipper, what I will be doing as well. Okay, so I decided that I can come down the zipper. So at that part I will be stitching it down this way. All the way down like this. So this is my opening for my zipper. So I'm gonna stitch it straight down like this. This is gonna be the opening for my back panel, and I'm gonna attach my zipper like this. And then I'm gonna show you the next step. So now guys, this is my fabric. I fold it into this way as much as you want it. I'm gonna spread it out. So I'm gonna do my splash and spread. So I'm just gonna cut off this. So remember, when you're doing it, this is on the center fold. This part here is center fold, and this other part. So I'm just gonna go in and cut, trim off these right like this, and I'm gonna spread it out panel, because that is where my measurement is lie. So I'm just gonna space in between, depends on how wide you or full you want yours to be. Gonna measure in between here, how wide you want yours to be. Okay, so the measurement for this is 4.5 inches wide. That's what I'm going to cut measure. 2 pieces of this exact same shape. So I'll be marking starting from this point, coming all the way to this opposite side this way, about 1/2 inch for stitching. So I'm going to notch the center point this, so I know where to attach the curve. So I'm going to go ahead to cut out the next piece like this. My gathering, I'm going to gather it. So this is my front panel. I'm going to place it at the center point, which is here. Now once I put it this way, pin the center point, right, and you're going to actually gather from this point here. Let me show you from this part here, on this, I'm highlighting this part here, and also on this part here. So you're going to gather up, you're going to go ahead like this. You're gonna pin this straight down like this. We're going to pin it down like this, one side this way. Here you're going to gather it up. Just go ahead and gather it up. All right, so after gathering it, you're going to do the opposite side this way. So go ahead to gather it up like this, stitch it up and gather it up. So, and then go ahead to do the same, pin this side this way, straight down like this, stitch it and stop right at this point. So I'm just going to pin it and just gather up the gathering here this way. So after gathering up, this is what it will be looking like. So after I do one side, I'm going to go over to do the opposite, the same procedure, and then I'm going to finish it up, close up the zipper and everything. Then I'm going to take it back to you, and then I'm going to hem up the bottom area and stitch it up, and then I'm going to show you what it will be looking like next. So now, as you can see guys, I'm stitching around. So guys, please to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye for now and enjoy. So bye for now. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye. So guys, basically this is my final product of my beautiful dress, and this is the cape here, as you can see here. Very lovely guys, and the sleeve this way, looking lovely guys, and very beautiful, very gorgeous. So this is like a kerchief at the tail, you know, the kerchief style. So it's like an high and low, so the side is very short and the middle part is long. So this is a handkerchief dress, and it is also a handkerchief cape dress this way. This is so beautiful and lovely guys. Look at this guys. So guys, I hope you're finding this very interesting. Please to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also turn on your notification bell so more up-to-date videos like these. Okay, so guys, remember to share, like and subscribe. It is very beautiful, and this gathering up at the side panel as well, looking lovely guys. Look at this, very beautiful. So guys, remember, give me a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comments box, tell me what you think about this beautiful gorgeous dress, and I'm going to go ahead to put it on my mannequin, and then I'm going to show you what it be looking like on me as well. So guys, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.